Hello, friends and followers of Pinzon Ministries. Our message this time, and thanks for come and watch this video. Do you think that you also can say thanks to God because you are watching this video? Maybe not. Well, our message this time it is based in the portion of the book of Joshua. The next guy, the next important guy after Moses, this guy of the couple of stones, is Joshua, the next guy ruling Israel. And you know why? Because someday, when Israel was in trouble, because of his rebellion, the people of Israel, you know all the story there in the desert, huh? All that thing was because they were rebels. They wandered there in that desert 40 years, an entire life, because of rebellion. Rebellion is not a good idea. Well, we can say that it is not necessary that we think about God when we think about rebellion. But just like that, rebellion is not a good idea. Rebellion before God, anyway, in this world, in this life, not a good idea. Well, this is a good idea, to put some expensive piano there on some roof and begin to show the piano there to the street there, losing a little the equilibrium. This is a good idea because there is the law of gravity. Just because of that. The same is with rebellion. Not a good idea. The rebellion before God. Book of Joshua, chapter 2, verses 1 to 24, all the chapter 2. So that day, Israel was there in trouble because of his rebellion. That's the reason many there die. Even in the movies, you see all the horrible thing. We're not only 10 hours before the TV. We're 40 years there of the same thing because of the rebellion of them. They never want to do the will of God there. Maybe in one day you can go there from Egypt to to where we find today Israel in one day, maybe by walking, you know. But they, you know, because of rebellion, 40 years, that's what rebellion causes. So in that trouble of Israel there, one day they were spying some land. So the thing consists in to bring some news of that land. Is that land good? Is bad? Are those there? You know, you become there full of fear. You know, they wanted to know those there are bad, are good, are maybe babies, so we can win some war. So anywhere there, Joshua was a right guy before Moses, a good servant of the guy. So he anyway was living some kind of blessed life, all his life, Joshua. Come to Moses, and you know they sent some spies, some number of spies. Only two of those, I don't remember the number, you excuse me. There is in the Bible. I'm not saying that thing to every one of them, but to some, maybe asking now, don't you remember the number of the spies? Well, you know, to those I say, well, that thing is in the Bible there. You can go and give a look. You say, I don't need because I know the number. Well, that's good, you know. Joshua come with another guy, just two, Caleb and Joshua, come to Moses. The other say, no, that place is horrible. Don't go there, don't go there. Return to Egypt there. You know, better, you know, return to the sea and just die there, to the Red Sea, you know. But these two were different. They said, no, the land is good, we will take it. And that was not the promised land yet. That was some place there in the desert, but was good anyway. So there is when Joshua began to appear there, and before, always serving Moses. So now he's in the head of Israel. He is ruling Israel. He was a young guy, but he's ruling now. And actually, he is the one taking the promised land for Israel. Behind God, of course. So what we find here is someday they send spies again to spy some town there. They were taking towns, you know. So they were spying some town there. They sent spies. A couple of them. And they went there, and those guys of that town kind of their radar was working properly that day, so they almost catch them. The thing is, some you know, there was some harlot there, you know, maybe some Charlotte was the name of that woman. Charlotte, the harlot. He was some maybe friend of some prowler. A whore, this woman, a harlot. Do you know as many harlots out there? She knew about the spies there in the town of Her, and you know, she was smart like many harlots out there. Many beautiful harlots out there doing what they think that is right. Making money. If that is what seems good for them, I have no problem talking about them. Also, talking about many others, all the rest, including myself, of course, kind of saving my throat. I'm saying the thing, of course. This harlot took those spies and hid those spies in his house, a harlot with house, you know. Some others out there doesn't have houses, but this harlot have a house. She hide there those spies there. So she saved those spies of Israel. They made some covenant that when they come to the city to kill everybody out there, to take the spoil, to take the city, they will respect the life of the harlot. So you know, many days, many times it's better to be a harlot, walking in the street there, than some good citizen. And you know, Jesus Christ is famous for the spending of his life in harlots. Well, maybe that day was many harlots in Israel after this famous harlot. And do you know something? In the bloodline of Jesus Christ, this guy or Savior, the Savior of humanity, in the bloodline of Jesus Christ, do you know who is there? This harlot is there. Her name is Rahab. Actually, the Bible called her Rahab, the harlot. They, some other day, I will end the story. They took the city. And they said this harlot, of course. They gave the harlot something to put there, hanging from some window. Some red, kind of those things of wool to sew. This is the message this time here. So good news for harlots out there. They will always have some friend. And you know, there is nobody out there that much good to say to a harlot that she is not friend of Jesus Christ, being a harlot. There is no need to change the life of the harlot. To make out of a harlot a Christian pastor. Jesus was famous and is famous to spend his life because of the spending of his life in harlots, not because of the spending of his life with Christian pastors